He lost 37. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. Amanda Roday for 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
Wednesday time, 5:57.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Secure your seats for the 2024 season with a Mets membership, which gets you the best seats for the biggest games and amazing moments at Citi Field. Visit Mets.com/membership for more information.
Hi, this is Dr. Brad Schaefer. As a podiatrist, I can tell you no two people's feet are alike, which is why I recommend Dr. Scholl's custom fit orthotic inserts. They're customized for your feet, so you get a unique solution your feet really need, not just a one-size-fits-all insole. They're clinically proven to provide pain relief for achy feet, knees, lower back, plantar fasciitis, and heels. Take the Dr. Scholl's custom fit orthotics assessment in Walmart today, now in the foot care aisle.
WINS, WINS-FM and HD1 New York. Always live on the free Odyssey app. 1010 Winds AccuWeather says increasing clouds into this evening, then clouds thicken and lower overnight with a little rain or drizzle arriving toward daybreak. Low 58. Tomorrow, periods of rain and drizzle. Expect some slow travel at times. High 64. Occasional rain and drizzle tomorrow night. Low 58. Saturday, cloudy with some rain in the morning, then becoming breezy in the afternoon with a shower in spots. High 62. Windy and chillier Saturday night. Low 52. Those real feels will be in the 40s. Sunday, clouds and breaks of sun. Windy and chilly. High 56. Real feels again in the 40s. And it's 60 degrees now. Cloudy in New York. Going down to 58. More people get their news from 1010 Winds than from any other radio station in the nation. Angela Laurie is our service aide. Sarah Milano's writing. Tanya Mercado is at the editor's desk. I'm Lori Melton.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Winds at 92.3 FM, New York.
Good evening, 60 degrees and mostly cloudy skies at 6 o'clock. I'm Larry Mullins, and here's what's happening. The U.S. State Department issuing an alert tonight to all Americans planning a trip overseas. You don't have to cancel your trip to keep your eyes wide open. American citizens are subject to possible attacks in the wake of the Israel-Hamas war. As for the war itself, Israeli officials telling troops in the region get ready for an all-out assault on Gaza. This as President Biden prepares to address our nation with what's ahead in a nationwide speech tonight. They caught the lead suspect in that subway shoving from yesterday, which sent a young woman to the hospital with head injuries. 39-year-old Sabine Jones arrested today over in Newark. We'll have details on that. We're also getting more on the initial outdoor dining rules for New York City. What became pretty popular during the pandemic apparently has no place in the rule book. We'll break it down for you. And a whiskey like no other, a bottle of scotch that you don't even have to drink to get drunk. You can just look at the price tag and pass out in an alley. Oh boy. 1010 Winds AccuWeather tonight. It'll cloud up overnight with a bit of rain and drizzle, dropping to a low of 58. When's news time 6:01, and from your Mercedes-Benz of Edison.com traffic center, expanded traffic with Greg Wright.
Now, if you don't have to leave Queens on the RFK, you don't want to. It's just called the bridge. They're not sure what's going on yet, but we've got something causing a standstill leaving Queens, getting on to the RFK bridge, Bronx bound out of Astoria. You're not moving there. Also, maybe something on the Manhattan bound, Manhattan leg of of the RFK Bridge, so they're going to get you twice. Your best bet here, take the Clearview to the Throgs Neck and then find your way through there. At least at that point, you are into the Bronx. Now, in the Bronx, the northbound side of the Bruckner, right at Pelham Parkway, we're getting word of a crash, and that explains why it's just awful out of the Bruckner interchange. Queensbound, the one you don't want, is the Whitestone Bridge, so that means the Clearview Throgs Neck either way is the smarter play. And since we're on that topic, here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Citybound side of the George, good enough to the upper and lower, but nothing works outbound yet. 30 to 40 at the inbound Lincoln, solid 30 minutes out. It's a 45-minute ride home at the Holland. Inbound 30 from the Skyway, better off of the Newark Bay extension of the New Jersey Turnpike. In New Jersey, Main Bergen County line service, you got Bergen County service suspended between Ridgewood and Plowderville. It's all because of an ongoing investigation. Now the Odyssey Lottery recap presented by Jackpocket. Powerball is now $70 million and Mega Millions is now $91 million. Order official state lottery games on your phone. Must be 18 or older to play. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. I'm Greg Rice, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Americans should exercise caution when traveling overseas. That's the warning tonight from the State Department due to continued unrest in the Middle East. Reporter Marla Diamond spoke with travelers this afternoon at JFK.
Travelers we spoke to say they're always cautious when flying to foreign places. Gail Carrion of Carmel was on her way to Peru.
I don't think in the South American, I think traveling Europe and they're worried more about COVID and bed bugs.
The State Department isn't asking travelers to cancel their plans, but said spokesman Matthew Miller.
The potential for terrorist attacks, demonstrations, or violent actions against U.S. citizens and interests, the Department of State advises U.S. citizens overseas to exercise increased caution.
Travelers are encouraged to enroll in the Safe Traveler Program for updates on conditions where they are. Marla Diamond, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM at JFK Airport.
Yeah, so the main takeaway, the State Department says if you're planning on traveling abroad, you need to exercise increased caution due to increased tensions in various locations around the world. That includes the potential for hostilities, and yes, they even said terrorist attacks on Americans in the wake of the war in the Middle East. And overseas, Israel's defense minister now telling his troops tonight, get ready as they prepare for a ground assault on Gaza. They've been keeping up airstrikes since the war started in retaliation for that surprise Hamas attack on Israel 2 Saturdays ago. Meantime, fresh back from the Middle East, President Biden will address our country on where we stand in all of this.
The president is expected to lay out his case for an aid package for both Israel and Ukraine as part of a broader aid package that would include border security and aid to Indo-Pacific countries, including Taiwan. The aid package, worth $100 billion, also will include defense funding to shore up U.S. military readiness. Mr. Biden plans to make the case that the wars in Ukraine and Israel represent an inflection point in global security and are therefore in the U.S. national security interest.
1010 Wins will cover the president's address to the nation live tonight beginning at 8 p.m. Also tonight, more and more focus now on the 200 or so hostages allegedly held in Gaza by Hamas. Deputy National Security Advisor John Feiner on GMA today.
We're obviously engaged in intensive diplomatic activity related to the hostages, but also have sent a number of experts to the region to consult with Israelis who are involved in hostage extraction.
Stay with 1010 Wins for all the latest developments surrounding the Middle East. An update this evening on a story we've been following. The man who was on the run after allegedly shoving a lady into a subway train in Midtown yesterday, detained in New Jersey. He's been caught. The NYPD had identified 39-year-old Severe Jones as the suspect yesterday. They say a 30-year-old woman was standing on a southbound E platform right there at 5th Avenue and 53rd about noon when Jones allegedly shoved her, causing her to bump her head on the back of the train and end up falling onto the tracks. Some Good Samaritans helped her back up. She ended up in critical condition with head injuries at a local hospital. They say Jones is mentally ill and that he's known to the police. Newark police took Jones into custody about 12:30 today, and he was transferred to the U.S. Marshal Service. Sources telling 1010 Wins he was picked up on an outstanding, unrelated warrant. Well, there's a new way to get the right services to children without having to file a report.
Evaluate cases of children in need.
There is a distinction between children being abused and children and families that need support.
That's Gail Pratt with the State Office of Child Services. explaining that teachers, counselors, and caseworkers are going through a new round of training to include a look at implicit bias. According to ACS Commissioner Jess Danhauser,
Most studies suggest that fully half of black children in New York City will experience a child welfare investigation in their lifetime.
Julia Papa, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
AccuWeather says increased clouds tonight, and clouds will thicken and lower overnight with a little rain or drizzle arriving towards daybreak, a low of 58. We'll get periods of rain and drizzle. You can expect some slow travel at times tomorrow with a high of 64 down to 58 tomorrow night. And then Saturday, cloudy with a little rain to start off the morning, then becoming breezy in the afternoon with a shower in some spots. And we'll get to a high of 62. We're at 60 right now under mostly cloudy skies in Central Park. Winds news time 6:07. Outdoor dining became a staple of pandemic life in the 5 boroughs, and now the city is unveiling its draft rules for the future of the program. And all those fully enclosed street sheds, they gotta go. Yeah, that's what came out of this thing. The new rules state that outdoor dining structures can't be fully enclosed. They have to be accessible for disabled New Yorkers, and they have to meet certain dimension parameters based on where they're located. Andrew Rigi with the Hospitality Alliance says this is actually good for the little guys because it cuts down on all that red tape.
Thousands of restaurants and neighborhoods across the 5 boroughs that were completely restricted from having outdoor dining will now be able to have outdoor dining under the permit program. So it's a much more inclusive program.
They say those outdoor dining sets were really good for keeping places in business and keeping folks working, during the pandemic, but they also attracted pests and caused all kinds of quality of life issues. The proposal would affect 13,000 residents, or restaurants, across the city. And the NYC Hospital Alliance says it's looking forward to working with the city to make sure the outdoor dining rules meet the standards of restaurants as well as other parts of the city as well. Coming up on 1010 Winds, Tennessee Whiskey. Chris Stapleton sings about it, Tennessee Whiskey. And we got a story coming up where you'll probably stick to just that, Tennessee Whiskey, after you find out what a rare bottle of Macallan is selling for at a Sotheby's auction. You don't know if you should drink it or sing to it. I'll explain when we come back. Winds News Time 6:09.
It's no secret many Americans are facing economic hardship. And if you have unpaid taxes to the IRS hanging over your head, high increasing interest rates and inflation are driving what many owe to insurmountable levels. At Community Tax, we specialize in resolving your tax problems with the best possible solutions. If you owe back taxes to the IRS, relief programs are now being made available for delinquent taxpayers that can reduce what you owe and give you a fresh start. Our relief services are top rated by the Better Business Bureau and Consumer Affairs, reducing over $1 billion in tax debt for people just like you. If you have liens, levies, wage garnishments, or are under audit, we can help. And whether you owe $10,000 or hundreds of thousands, you may qualify for significant savings. Call Community Tax for your free consultation at 800-241-5944. 800-241-5944. That's 800-241-5944.
Now this message, Caribbean food delight. Grab a body, man. Take a bite. Winds News Time 6:10. Don't hate. Traffic and AccuWeather. Next.
Hi, I'm Congressman Nick Lalota from Suffolk County. If you need help with your passport, Medicare, Social Security, the VA, or with any federal agency, my office and I can help cut through the red tape and ensure you are being treated fairly. To receive assistance, please call my office at 631-289-1097 or visit lalota.house.gov. It's an honor to represent you, paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Bank of America is the proud employer of over 210,000 teammates who go above and beyond to support their clients' financial goals. Like Emily, who helps clients create a plan to build the future they want, like a wedding, having kids, or retirement. All real achievements her clients have shared photos of. For all your financial goals, we're here to listen and help. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at bankofamerica.com/about. Bank of America NA, member FDIC, equal credit opportunity.
Oh, Winds family, we made it through a Thursday. One more day and the weekend is here. Let's get you to the house tonight, though. West News Time 611 from your Mercedes-Benz of Edison.com Traffic Center. Expanded traffic with Mr. Gregory Wright.
Well, we've got trouble getting you home in the Bronx. I know that's a broken record, but this is a new spot. Northbound side of the Bruckner, right at Pelham Parkway, left lane out with a crash, and this mess goes right on back to the Bruckner interchange. At this hour, you're starved for a good ride home, but the hutch, if you're not in a truck, it's not as bad. It at least moves, getting you up towards the area of the New England Thruway. Now, here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Citybound side of the George, good enough to be upper and lower. There's still nothing pretty getting you out of town, and it's pretty bad at the Lincoln Tunnel as well. Inbound Lincoln, about a 30-minute ride. Outbound Lincoln's going to run you 30 to 40. Outbound side of the Holland Tunnel from Lower Manhattan, it's a 45-plus minute ride home. Now, the inbound side of the Holland Tunnel, Skyway's going to run you 30 to 40. Much better now off of the Newark Bay extension of the New Jersey Turnpike. The Whitestone Bridge, the worst of the Upper East in either direction. The Throgs and Clearview is better. They're trying to get rid of this crash on the Bronx bound RFK. It looks like getting over to Randall's Island. They've got at least one lane knocked out of service. Now, the ride at this point through New Jersey, the Garden State Parkway northbound side, bumper-to-bumper ride from the Union Tolls up towards Bloomfield. Southbound slows through 145, and again, coming down towards Cranford. I'm Greg Rice. Our next report is at 6:21. 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
All right, G, and now the 1010 winds AccuWeather 4-day forecast. Meteorologist now with this live report.
Well, Larry, we've seen an increase in cloud cover over the course of the afternoon and now into the early evening hours. Clouds will continue to increase and thicken through the evening. That being said, no rain to worry about early tonight. It's going to be very late tonight before any rain starts to move in, probably after 3 or 4 in the morning in most locations. So we'll drop to 58 tonight. So we'll have off and on rain and drizzle throughout tomorrow into tomorrow night. High tomorrow 64, low tomorrow night 58. Cloudy on Saturday. We'll have a little bit of rain around in the morning, then turning breezy in the afternoon with a shower in spots, a high of 62, but mostly dry throughout the day on Saturday, the way it looks right now, especially by the afternoon as the storm pulls away. But the storm will have a lot of wind with it behind it as we head into Saturday night and into Sunday. We'll have clouds and breaks of sun Sunday. Should be a largely dry day, but it's going to feel chilly with that wind blowing, a high of 56. Right now we have a mostly cloudy sky. It's 60 degrees in Midtown. We're going down to 58. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Brian Thompson on New York's weather station. 1010 winds on 92.3 FM.
So, Winds family, you know about all the brouhaha and controversy over congestion pricing, right? And to do it right, you have to put up a bunch of apparatus, and all of that, the infrastructure. But guess what? The Thanksgiving Day parade is coming, and they can't put up the things they need to do congestion pricing because the balloons will knock them down. Oh, New Jersey is thinking about renting a whole bunch of balloons year-round. That would stop it. I'll tell you what's going on with it when we come back. When's news time? 6:14.
At Bob's Discount Furniture, when you find a complete dining set that seats 6 and comes with an extendable leaf, like my Blake set for only $5.99.
Oh my Bob.
And a sofa that doubles as a chaise, and a bed, and storage like my Placescape for only $9.99.
Oh, my Bob.
And a queen mattress with world-famous Bobapedic memory foam and an 18-year warranty like my Treasure for only $7.99.
Oh my Bob.
Well, there's only one thing to say. Oh my Bob.
Bob's Discount Furniture.
The Paramount at Somers is currently hiring CNAs, LPNs, and CNA apprentices. Join them for hiring events every Tuesday and Thursday in October from 1 to 5 p.m. at the Bronx Collab on White Plains Road for a chance to meet current team members and learn more about these amazing opportunities. The Paramount offers competitive wages, growth potential, and wonderful employee perks. Visit theparamountRehab.com to learn more. That's theparamountRehab.com.
When's news time? 6:15. So if you live in New Jersey and drive into Manhattan and you run up on Snoopy or Spidey and SpongeBob, you might want to thank them for delaying the inevitable congestion pricing. So listen to me here. They were supposed to put up the infrastructure, right? The license plate readers and all of that. But as it turns out, we got the big Thanksgiving Day parade coming up, so they can't install the equipment because the balloons are so big, they'll knock them down. Councilmember Gail Brewer says, well, we just have to wait until after Thanksgiving.
It's one of those quirky things, New York, that congestion pricing is producing, which is making sure the balloons have the opportunity to walk down the Central Park West to Macy's so that every New Yorker and other people around the world can enjoy the Thanksgiving Day parade.
Somebody said, quick, call New Jersey. Tell them to rent some space on Central Park West and host a big parade with giant balloons every month. That'll stop the congested pricing. Anyway, you know what that means, right? Every year they'll have to remove the infrastructure to make way for the balloons and then put them back up. Remember how TSA bomb, right? It was fabulous. It allowed you to get through the airport lines quicker. That is, until everybody got TSA pre-check, and sometimes to me it's no better than a regular line. Anyway, the airline's feeling it too. Delta says so many people are reaching elite status that the fancy lounges for elite customers starting to feel like the regular airport waiting areas, and they're getting criticized about it.
Delta Airlines says it's scaling back some of the spending